Like the vital organs of the body, powerful biodiversity hotspots on Earth hold the source codes for the revitalization of our entire planet and the flourishing of life itself. Life began in Africa, and speciation is associated with the East African Rift Valley at the epicenter of Earth's land masses, also referred to by evolutionary scientists as the birth canal of the human species. The White Lions were born on the Nilotic Meridian along the East African Rift tectonic plate and, significantly, in alignment with the most important architectural sacred sites on the African continent, Giza, Great Zimbabwe, Barberton. This means that humankind's greatest lion monument, the Great Sphinx and Pyramids of Giza in the north, align exactly with the birthplace of the White Lions in the south. The White Lions originate in this one location only on Earth, Timbavati, meaning place where the star lions came down in the old Shangaan language, and their heartland, Tsao, meaning star lion. But while the African wisdom keepers have long revered the white lions as holy animals and bringers of peace and prosperity, their critically important role in the ecosystem is less well understood. Their cultural role in restoring hope to humankind is equaled by their ecological role in restoring health to their ecosystem. Today, we are faced with a pervading sense of the devastation and desecration of Mother Earth. As immortalized in Disney's Lion King story, when the true king is removed from his kingdom, a wasteland ensues. But there is a way to come back into right relationship with our planet. When the apex animal is restored in its natural kingdom, the flourishing of all species in the ecosystem is assured. The white lions may be living legends, mythic in their majesty and iconic in their radiant solar power, yet their ability to restore health and healing to their natural ecosystem is fundamental ecology at its best. Importantly, their place of origin is in the epicenter of South Africa's Kruger to Canyons biosphere, a UNESCO-declared biosphere region and one of the last viable lion ranges on the planet. The white lion's birthplace was declared an ancient sacred site by African kings hundreds of years before the Kruger National Park was proclaimed in 1926 and the more recent United Nations accreditation at the turn of this millennium. But tragically, the white lions have been forcibly removed from their endemic wilderness territories for a documented period of over 6 decades into zoos and circuses around the globe and into death camps in South Africa's notorious cuddle-to-kill industry. To ensure the critical survival of the white lions while protecting the watershed in their area of origin, the Global White Lion Protection Trust has been purchasing large tracts of land since 2004, the heart of the white lion's ancestral territories. Significantly, the White Lion Heartlands spans the arterial river which serves the greater region, the only perennial waters in an area of some 100,000 hectares. Once a severely denuded habitat of radical biodiversity loss, the White Lion Heartlands has enjoyed dramatic regeneration under the pawprint of the apex predator. This recent Google Earth map records the contrast between Tsao, the White Lion Heartlands today, and the desertification of neighboring lands directly bordering, where legalized commercial trophy hunting of lions has been taking place for decades. Just as wolves restored waterways in Yellowstone Park, so ecologists now recognize the apex predator's role in restoring balance throughout the trophic levels of the food chain in an ecosystem. As inspirational symbols of true service-based leadership, the white lions in our protected area restore health to their ecosystem and hope to human systems. Behind me is land that was once seriously degraded in the heart of the White Lion Heartlands. The Global White Lion Protection Trust has been purchasing large tracts of land in the white lion's endemic homelands and returning the lions to the wild in a scientific reintroduction program, because we know when the white lions flourish, all life flourishes. Today, all conservation issues are global issues. If Brazil loses its rainforests, Earth has lost her lungs. If South Africa loses its white lions, Earth has lost her heart. We can all feel it, the pulsing heart of the animal kingdom on Earth, the white lion's sacred natural site, revitalizing all the vital organs of our living planet. And it is for this reason that the ASSEGAIA Alliance has identified these sacred sites around the globe. The physical importance of those sites is equal to their metaphysical importance. So the geographical location of the white lions, exactly in alignment to ancient Egypt, is equally important to their ecological importance. And what the wisdom keepers tell us about this ley line is that the birthplace of the white lions was a sacred site hundreds of years before Kruger National Park was declared a national park by the South African government in 1926. The name itself, Tsimba Vati, means the place where the star lions came down. So it gives us an idea of the mission of these luminaries to bring heaven back to earth in our times of crisis. Here, on this golden ley line of Africa, we have all these sacred sites, and then suddenly, boom, the white lions are born in exact alignment. And if you go back to that image of the earth, you will notice that this golden ley line corresponds with the Earth's central axis. It is in fact the prime meridian, the primordial meridian. If you go back to that beautiful image of Earth, you'll see that it actually corresponds with a tectonic plate that is pulling apart and is linked with speciation on our planet, including the human species. So you'll get anthropologists calling this line the birth canal of humankind, because in the East African Rift Valley, which runs along it, you see the strata recording our evolution. So, what we become aware of is a divine plan, a sacred geometry, an intentionality beyond anything we can imagine. Why is it called the Heartlands? This is the heart of Mother Earth Gaia, the living system that is our mother. And this beating heart feeds to the other sacred sites around the planet, which we can easily see as vital organs. Think about the Amazon. If Brazil loses its rainforests, Earth has lost her lungs. If South Africa loses the white lions, we as humankind have lost our heart. not only are these sites linked as vital organs, but they are also linked, as I said, metaphorically, because here we have the holiest animals on the African continents, the spiritual guardians of the heart of Mother Earth. And then you get America, and there are the white buffalo of the Native Americans. Then you get Canada, there is the spirit bear of British Columbia. You get Northern Europe, the white reindeer of the Sami. And then again, down the Nile Meridian, you get the white python of the Venda sacred sites that ASSEGAIA Alliance is also committed to protecting as part of their founding mission. What we're saying is there is an intelligence here, a meaning that we ignore at our peril. I hope that this makes it clear why we cannot be commoditizing these sites. They represent a value system beyond monetization, commoditization, buying, selling, trading. And finally here, in the World Economic Forum, in the shadow of the World Economic Forum, let's ask that question. How do we work with economy? And Mother Nature's response, simple. She's saying, use the governing systems within the ecosystem to inform our systems. In an ecosystem, every animal, every species has a role, and it's an interconnected web of life, so we all have a role that is equally responsible. But the most important role of responsibility is the apex animal. I hope you've all seen that amazing documentary which tells how wolves restore waterways. The apex animal, in other words, our leaders, are responsible for giving back to the whole of creation. And if we see ourselves as individual leaders, we give back and restore the ecosystem. That's how the ecosystem works. It's called trophic cascading. In the concept that is central to the ASSEGAIA Declaration, you heard the word ecocentric. What does that mean? Well, we know what egocentric is. All of us as humanity falls prey to that separation where we are self-serving at the expense of our planet and we're facing the consequences. But ecocentric is a shift to serving Earth first. And it's a reality that our project has charted over 3 decades. What does it feel like when you put Earth first? Just take a moment now and see what it means to be ecocentric. I'd like you to close your eyes for a moment and ask Mother Earth, what does she want? What does she want? It becomes clear that this mother wants what every mother wants, not just the survival of her children, but the flourishing of her children and her grandchildren. And it's possible because that's how nature works. In an ecosystem, it's a circular economy, right? Everything gives, so everything receives. And we humans are capable of such spectacular acts of generosity, of giving, of brilliance, of problem solving, of technology. We really can give back if we commit to that. And in that process, we have created a circular economy. There is a basic problem with this concept of sustainable development goals, and I think we all feel it. Why? Because it views things as linear, not circular, okay? We extract, we use, we dump. Now, even if we say we're going to do that sustainably, extract, use, dump, that's not sustainable, it's not logical. The only way that we are logical is when we are ecological, listening to the echo, the voice of creation. Logos, logic. Logos comes from a greater word which means the laws of creation, the divine law. So if you listen to the echo of the divine law in nature, we have our solutions. Nature will restore herself. What we need to do is bring ourselves back into right relationship, in loving service, and we have our solution. Thank you.